Hi, I'm Matt, and this is a story about a plumbing leak. So I'm a home inspector, and I'm doing my own bathroom renovation right now, and I wanted to show you the leak I found. So I just came off the roof to check the soil pipe. So this is a little out of order, okay? So I just want to make sure the soil pipe is okay. So redoing my bathroom, found a leak behind the toilet. In case you didn't know, the soil pipe goes usually right up behind that toilet and goes through the attic and through the roof. It's a breather pipe, soil pipe, dry stack, whatever you want to call it. So I just came off the roof. That looks fine up there. I'm redoing this whole house. That's why this floor looks the way it does. We tore out the ceramic floor here. Anyway, my wife noticed some water dripping here. There was some water dripping right there in this half bath on the first floor, and I was like, oh crap, what is going on? There's something on this lens. I'm gonna have to start over again. There we go. I'm not starting over, I haven't got time. So anyway, my wife noticed a drip here. I'm like, oh God. So I threw a bucket there. And all this was happening before I started the bathroom renovation. So I hadn't touched anything. I hadn't bumped any pipes around and started a leak or anything like that. This is the hallway. I even went in the attic. There's my ladder. I went in the attic, checked around the soil pipe up there, looked dry. So when I started this bathroom renovation, took everything out. Everything in there is from 1976. That's when this house was built. So when I took the toilet out, I noticed a little rotten spot here. I was like, oh, okay, so this pipe must be dripping right here. And I actually replaced the valve here with this little nice quarter-turn compression fitting ball valve, because I thought it was leaking. I couldn't feel any water around it. I go, well, what else could it be? And I'm feeling all the solder joint here and everything. It was all dry. So I was doing different things, so I didn't pay real close attention to it. But I'm like, God, this isn't getting dry. It must still be dripping. So then I noticed when I tore the plaster out, at first this plaster was still here. So I tore the plaster out, it's all soaking wet in here, so I set a cup in there and I was catching the water in there and go, oh, it's dripping from up here. So that's when I went and looked at the soil pipe, because I knew the soil pipe was in here. So first, went on the roof, went in the attic, cut it out here. I started at the top, maybe I should have started at the bottom, eh? I'm not a plumber, I'm just a stupid home inspector. So I went there, this is all dry, so I looked down in there with my flashlight and I go, oh, there's a plumbing Y in there. So last year when I insulated my attic, I noticed that a lot of the joints in the dry stack or the soil pipe where it turns and goes across and goes up, a lot of those weren't glued. In fact, I don't think any of them were glued. So I stopped insulating and glued them all. And sure enough, I tore this out, and this one's not glued either. So this has been like this, I believe, since 1976. And I think it probably drips in the winter more. It's winter right now, although it's a warm day. Because of the temperature differential, this pipe will sweat on the inside like a glass of ice water will sweat on a hot summer day. So even though it's a dry stack, no water from here up, because the toilet would drain into it under the floor here, right, when you flush the toilet. The bathtub drains into it under the floor here. But from here up, no water flows through there. So people think, how could that possibly be leaking? It's because it sweats inside. It's condensation. And I've found leaks like this in homes I've inspected in the past. And maybe I should have thought of this sooner. I don't know. But I would have swore it was this pipe right here dripping. I would have swore it was that pipe. So the tub drains in here and goes over there to the stack. And So like I said, from there down, there's no water in it. It's just condensation. These are the new valves I put in. These are compression fitting valves. So I'm switching from copper plumbing here to CPVC. I like CPVC a lot. And in case you didn't know, you can use these shut-off valves to switch. That CPVC pipe will fit right in there. Sometimes it's a little bit of a tight fit, and you got to take a little piece of sandpaper and sand it down a little bit so it fits. But they go in, and I've had really good luck with this stuff. I like it a lot. So that little ring goes on there. Let's see if it fits. You see it's a little tight, so I'll have to sand that one down, make it fit. Anyway, so from there up it's going to be plastic. I don't like the sweat pipe. I think since they took the lead out of, and I'm not a plumber, I don't know everything, okay? But it seems like it used to be able to sweat pipe and it would work for me very well. And then I was told they took the lead out of the solder, and now I can't get that stuff to stick for nothing. So I'm going to use compression fittings. I like this for the faucet, so I'm going to reuse that and put a compression fitting on here. Or maybe I'll use CPVC. They make some nice flanges like that with screws on them where you can mount them good. There's the old valve. So this is all, I got a Moen valve. I got the most expensive one they sell at Home Depot. I think it was $180 for the shower valve and head and everything. I'm going to insulate this to deaden the noise some, get about a $300 tub, and that's it. I was looking for a low tub, a shallow tub, but I guess they don't make one. I was looking for one maybe 6 inches high, could not find one anywhere. Because I redid my mom's bathroom like 15 years ago, and she used it, it was great for 5 years, and then she started having hip problems and she couldn't step over it. So she finally sold the house and moved in with my sister, and they put in a handicap bathroom for. But I thought, gee, what if they had a bathtub that was just, you know, had the shower pans? People say, oh, why don't you tile your own? No, I don't like, no. Fan in the window, suck out the dust, plastic over the door, create some negative pressure, so 99% of my dust goes outside. But who would have thought that it was that, a dry stack dripping, causing all that damage. Dripping. I left this cup here for about a day and a half, and it was about 3/4 full after a day and a half. It's been, you know, right around freezing, you know, 30. It goes below freezing at night, and it goes above freezing in the day. And that condensation from the temperature differential and the biological action inside the pipe, because there's, you know, there's poop and stuff in there, and it breaks down and it gets warm, like a manure pile will get warm. It gets warm inside of sewer pipes. I do sewer inspections too, so it gets warm inside of there. Sometimes I got to run cold water through them to get the steam out so I can see what's going on in there. So it's warm inside of that pipe, and you get that condensation and it runs down. So watch out for that when you're doing home inspections. Just a steady drip, you know. I would have swore it was that pipe because it was so much. It was, you know, a steady drip. It dripped like every 10 seconds a drop would fall. So, and when I bought this house as a foreclosure. We're fixing it up. That's one of the ways I make money, is I buy a house and I live there for 2 years and fix it up and sell it, and you don't pay any taxes on the money because it's your primary residence. But I put that bucket there, and that bucket sat there for a couple of weeks before I got tore into this. And I could tell this had been damaged before. This has been, I can see a seam right there. See that seam? This had been cut out before. Someone was looking for a leak in here before. So, isn't that something? It just blows my mind. Anyway, that's it.